Hey Virgo, welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing your love and separation read for the month of March. I wanted to say thank you for the 5,000 views for last month's love and separation. You guys are super. We've reached 33,000 subscribers. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate y'all. Crosswatchers, come on in. Let's see if we can get Virgo a good read. I'm going to be starting off with the Rebel deck. All right. Ooh, let's keep our fingers crossed. Stop talking. Shut your mouth and listen. It's not me, y'all. It's the cards. So let's see what that's all about. So maybe you need to listen to something that somebody's saying, or maybe someone needs to listen to you. Okay. So I think maybe the problem here is that somebody is not listening to what they're being told, but they're kind of trying to formulate their own idea about this situation. So let's see about what's going on with your lover. Well, okay. Control issues, maybe, perhaps. I have Taurus and Aries here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Capricorn, and Fire. So, it looks like to me, Virgo, maybe there's some toxicity with your partner, maybe a little bit of control. Maybe they're trying to shortchange you. But I do think that they're trying to give you small apologies when their control stuff gets a little bit out of hand. Maybe they're coming back and apologizing. I think that they want this new beginning, but there's some issue about lack of control or lack of self-confidence that makes them feel like they've got to control the situation. So let's see what's going on with you. Yeah, you feel betrayed because of the lack of communication and the conflict in communication. You're trying not to see this as being a control issue or deception or manipulation or whatever. You're really not trying to see it that way. But I think you feel like there's a lot of things out of balance here, Virgo. Number one being forward movement. Number two being sex. There's something out of balance here, out of whack. So let's see what the blocks for your partner are. Okay, well, they all want to come out. They want to move forward, but they don't want to move forward. Okay? I think that you may be dealing with a person that no matter what side of the fence they're on, or what side of the fence you're on, or whatever, it's not the right side. Then they want to change it. They want to move forward, but they don't want to move forward, and they're not telling you this. So let's see what this High Priestess is about. Yeah. They want to move forward, and they don't with an offer. Okay. So the wanting to move forward part is happiness about a new beginning and balancing out the relationship. Maybe that's what they want moving forward. Again, we have committed partner and happiness. Maybe there's issues with children, not wanting to have children or having children, or let's see what the Chariot in reverse is about. Okay, so they flip-flop back and forth. We've got the Nine of Wands in reverse. They want to move forward with the relationship. They want to balance it out. They want this. They want that. Then we go into the Chariot in reverse, which is no forward movement. And they're undecided. They don't feel like there's equal give and take. There's, not waiting for the right time. They feel like, oh, it's not the right time. Then there's some illumination here. So let's see what that's about. Show me that. Heartbreak with the Lovers. Putting the work in, holding on, holding back, Tower. No offer of romance, trying to put the pieces back together with the Lover. So your partner's all over the place, basically. They've come out of, they may have been in a relationship, okay, or they may be in relationship. So they're having a hard time reconciling you and their current partner, or they're hot and cold. One day, yes, they're ready to move forward. Then the next day, no, it's not the right time. They're kind of moody, okay? So I don't know, Virgo, if you can deal with that. But this is saying stop talking about the idea of moving forward. Stop talking about the fantasy of this relationship and listen to what it is they're telling you. One day they're saying yes, the next day they're saying no. So it's kind of like they want to keep you on this kind of thing here, and that's a little bit of emotional control, right? So pay attention to that. But let's see what your blocks are. Hot and cold is not a good place to be, okay? There's no control in that situation, and the only person who has the control is the person who keeps throwing that yo-yo and bringing it back and throwing it out and bringing it back, okay? I think, Virgo, that you've had just about enough emotional confusion in this situation. You are, you've got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, which is saying, this isn't solid. This person isn't solid. This relationship isn't solid. And I'm going to have to move on. You've got not blocking anything out, but you also have emotional exhaustion here. You're emotionally exhausted from this back and forth mess you got going on over here. So let's see what the blocks between you are. Children communicating about moving forward. Yeah, because there's somebody here. There's somebody else here. This person wants to keep you on a string here. They want to see you when they want to see you. Maybe they're saying things like, oh, it's not the right time to leave, or blah, 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 blah. Then the next day it's like, oh, no, I want to do this. And then the next day it's like, oh, well, there's all these issues. I can't make it happen. So anyway, the point of the matter is that they've got issues on their own over there. They're back and forth. They're hot and cold. You're like, I'm so tired of this. I can't even see straight. I just want to go take a nap. And the block between is communicating about the relationship itself. What do you mean to each other? That's the block. The communication isn't good. There's no new things happening. And also the sex may be, in the tank. And you've got a codependency issue going on. So either your partner's codependent on you or you're codependent on them. They want to move forward with, they want to come out of stagnation with revamping this cycle, but I think they're just making you emotionally sick, okay? And they want reconciliation, but they don't want commitment. They want to be with you, but they don't want to be committed. They don't want to shit or get off the pot. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. There's just, your partner needs some medication, okay? Let's just put it that way. So we've got defensiveness and not lacking the courage to do what needs to be done here. So let's see how they feel about you and what a potential final outcome is, okay? Yeah, we've got coming out of a period of lack with communication, of course. They're going to up the communication, but they're not really going to say much. No plans for the future. But they don't want you to be single. Okay, so they want you, but they don't want you in committed ways. But they don't want anybody else to have you either, because they want to keep you on the side. They want to keep you on this little string, on this shelf that they take you down from whenever they need you. So I think that that's all the indication that you need. So stop talking and listen to what it is they're actually telling you. Because sometimes we can have rose-colored glasses, you know what I mean? And we want to hear what we want to hear. So we go into this thinking, when we hear from them, why, oh, it's this and that and the other, and it's really not. All they're saying is, can't make it tonight. The White House has an important meeting, or whatever the situation. So problem is, stop injecting your own ideas into the situation. Be in the here and now and listen to what they're actually saying, and watch what they're actually doing. So let's see what a potential final outcome is. Transformation of a relationship with the wife, courage to overcome emotional confusion. That's you, Virgo, happening. Transforming this situation and having the courage to cut through this emotional confusion. It's not what you want exactly, and you still will be holding on a little bit, but you're laying down the burdens in this situation. And this was never going to be, okay? So you're kind of like, well, it wasn't really real anyway, so what do I have to be sad about? And you're not moving forward with this. You're not accepting an offer, and you're done with being trapped by this person and confused by them, and you're just going to tell them, keep your offers over there. You confuse me and make me very tired. And you're all over the place. You have bipolar ways of dealing with this situation. And this is making me sick, and I just can't be in this anymore. So there's not going to be a lot of victory in this relationship with you, but you will move on to your own victory. Bottom of the deck, we have, the Three of Cups in reverse. So I think you've just about had enough. So let's get some oracles on it and see what they have to say. Yeah, I think you've had enough, Virgo. You're kind of like, good Lord, this person's a lot of work. They're a lot of work, Virgo. You need somebody a little more steady, Little more right down the line for you. So, wow, that person makes me tired. We're only 12 minutes in. All right, carrying connections, but that's a 5. Okay, so that's sudden change. I think you're being divinely guided toward other things. It's just, you got to have patience with yourself. 2 5s, this thing's about to kick off. You feel all tied up, but I think the reason you feel all tied up is because you're looking at something in future tense, right? What it could be. But you're not looking at what it is currently. You're not listening, right, to what it is currently. You're making offers, but it's time for the contract to come to a close, because you're not listening to what's going on to the here and now. I think once you get in the moment, right, and you start paying attention to what is actually going on right now, I think that your views on this situation will change. And I think that you will understand that this was just, this guy just wanted to wreak havoc and bring chaos into your life, because that's what he has going on, or she has going on in their lives right now. You will close the cycle of love out in this situation. However, there will be an adjacent possibility. There will be another person coming into you that you hadn't really thought about before. Again, closing out anxiety and making the decision to leave for your own alignment. 3 5s now, sudden change. This thing is changing. You're going to have to release the negativity of the envy and things like that, and get grounded spiritually, get aligned. You're coming into your own happy family. You've got a 4 and 11 happy family and cornucopia. So I think this person that you hadn't ever thought about before may approach you, and this may be something that turns into something really beautiful that you hadn't even considered, because you were so busy cleaning up after this person every day. So new path in love and abundance. Release the negativity though, okay? So that's a beautiful thing. New love coming in. This person that you're with needs to get on the page with themselves. I don't even think they're on their own page, okay? So let's see what they have to say to you and maybe what their next move might be. It's easier to just stay away right now. Yeah, because it doesn't benefit them right now. When it starts to benefit them again, they'll come running back. Your intensity frightens and allures me at the same time. Well, okay, that's true. But I mean, we're grown. Let's get over ourselves. Your beauty still moves me. Don't fall for that shit, okay? This is the deal. Your person's hot and cold because it benefits them to be in relationship with this person, and it benefits them to be in relationship with you. They're trying to use two people to fulfill a need that they need to fulfill themselves. So they come back and they throw all this shit in your ears, and you're like, oh, yes, this is love. But you're not looking at what you're getting, okay? You're getting a bunch of breadcrumbs. You're getting a manipulative person who knows how to work you. And so it is easier for him to stay or her to stay away right now because you know what? You need to move on to something solid. You deserve that. So let this person, this joker, go. So let's see what their next move may be. You deserve your own solid relationship, right? Endurance, friendship, journey, indecision, balance, charming, secrets, discover. So that's the key phrase. You know, all of these cards are in the reverse except for the secrets card and the endurance card. They want to continue keeping you a secret. Okay, that's their next move, is to continue keeping you a secret. They have no, there's nothing in the upright that indicates that their next move is to really come to you correctly and come to you truly and sincerely and say, hey, you know what? I know I've been flip-flopping around, but let's fix this situation. How can we move forward logically? You know what I mean? So their next move is to continue with this situation and continue making you a secret and continue coming back and forth to you when they choose. On their terms, right? You can't have a relationship if it's only on their terms. So just bear that in mind. I'm trying to be good. I think as soon as you release this partner, you can move on. Okay, to the next. And the next is going to be a whole lot more fulfilling than this person was. Maybe this person was a catalyst for you to understand why you keep settling for less or why you keep thinking it's okay to be tossed around. So just keep that in mind. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. Yeah. Because that's not what you're getting here, being in the here and now. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. So yeah, give it up to the universe. Cut your cords, cut your ties, whatever you've got to do, release and move forward because this person's kept you in a state of lack, you know. They've kept you in a state in which, you know, they've ignored you so hard that when they throw a little breadcrumb out there, you run for it. You know what I mean? And that's not, that ever happens to all of us, right? I mean, it's not something that doesn't happen to everybody, but, you know, you deserve better, right? And I think that you know you deserve better and you're coming out of that narcissism and trauma they've thrown on you to create a bond, and you're coming out of that and you're saying, you know what, this is some bullshit. So anyway, that's where you're at. Surrender it, let it go to the universe. Say, you know what, universe, I need to recognize my patterns in relationships. That's what you're doing. And I've got to let this go. What's your value for your own self? My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. So yeah, so what you put out, you get back. Not that you put this out to get it, but what it's saying is you're going on a different path. I think your vibration's raising. I think you've realized some things, and I think you're ready to move forward with something happy. And your environment is a direct reflection of what's happening on the inside of you, okay? Sometimes. So I think that's where you're headed, Virgo. I think that you want solid relationship, and you're realizing that this isn't enough, and it's not fair. You are limitless. You can do what you choose. This is regarding your own foundation. Love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving of all the wonderful things that life has to offer. So you know what? I really like when I watch readings, you know, I'm like, oh God, they're talking about, you know, I want them to talk about this, but you know, we can't get to the good parts, okay, until we build a foundation for that. We can't get to the good parts until we realize our own patterns and our own toxicity and our own blocks, okay? And that's part of the journey. So that when you're in that moment, you can fully enjoy it and you can understand that it's a good thing. So, Virgo, that's what I have for you for this month's first half, love and separation. And I'll see you guys later.